My name is Annette Colmenero. My family consists of me and my son Henry, who is 9 years old. I want to say the end of December, or maybe a little bit sooner than that, I found a lump on my breast. Went to the doctor, they sent me in to get checked. Found out at the end of January that it was positive for breast cancer. I was going to start going through chemo, and I had complained about some bone issues, having some soreness, and they called me in and said that it metastasized and it spread to my bones, and I went from a stage 2 cancer to a stage 4 cancer. I was in a lot of pain, so I wasn't able to work, and so the one income that I was getting in, I wasn't able to count on that anymore. I was heartbroken. You never want to have somebody tell you, you're at a stage 4 cancer, there's nothing we can do. Knowing that I had Henry to be responsible for, made me be able to handle it better than if he wasn't in the picture, because I knew I had to be strong for him.
We first met Annette a few years ago when her son Henry applied for our Give Sports scholarship program. Henry really wanted to play football alongside of his peers, but Annette, being a single mom, knew that she just couldn't afford it. So we were able to provide the registration fees so that Henry could play alongside of his friends. When we recently found out about Annette's cancer diagnosis, we reached out to ensure that Annette and Henry had everything that they truly needed and that A Precious Child was able to wrap them around with all of our services.
Through A Precious Child, we were able to receive backpacks with school supplies for his grade level. And then we got to go around shopping. We got to look at some clothing, some shoes, different books that you guys were offering, some toys. So we were able to go in and get some supplies that were able to not only help him for school, but to keep around the house. A backpack with some papers and folders and binders is, a simple $40, $50 to somebody, but it made, me not have to worry about where am I going to get this $50 to pay for these items in this backpack. And like I said, any stress that is taken off is good. It helps me so much more.
When Henry found out about his mom's cancer diagnosis, he decided to take a year off from football so that he could be there for her and support her. And as a 4th grader, that's so much to take on. And so at A Precious Child, we wanted to surprise both Henry and his mom by providing him with an opportunity to be involved in the Emmanuel Sanders Pro Camp.
He had a lot of fun. He got to meet Emmanuel Sanders, and I think he ended up hugging him, and he talked about not wanting to shower because he didn't want to wash it off. So, luckily his other teammate told him it's best to shower off, but he was insistent on not wanting to shower just because he shook his hand and hugged him. Knowing that we can make positive experiences like this that he's gonna remember and cherish as he gets older is like unexplainable how good it makes you feel, knowing that I was a part of a memory that he's going to keep for as long as he can, remember it.
The families that we serve at A Precious Child are dealing with some really difficult situations, and so when they come in and shop with us, we treat every single family with dignity and respect, so they feel like they're with family and that they're in a warm, welcoming environment. The families that A Precious Child serves come from all walks of life. We're able to serve families that are living paycheck to paycheck. Both parents have jobs, but they're still not making enough to get by. We're able to serve families that are coming from a domestic abuse situation, and even families that are foster care parents and are needing that additional support during this time.
My name is Robin Ballard. I've never been married and I've never had any children. I live with my sister and we have a roommate, and we all share a place. Emmett is my nephew and my adopted son. His mother passed away from a methamphetamine overdose. He was 4.5 years old. He was in the house with her for a couple days before they realized she was dead. And sorry, my mom. He was sleeping in the same bed that she died in. And his grandparents were using substances also, drugs and alcohol, and social services got a hold of us and asked us if we would consider taking Emmett into our home. Sorry. He had a hard life. His life is now getting a lot better. A Precious Child has helped change our lives in just ways that takes the burden off a little bit of having to, you know, school supplies are expensive, school clothes are expensive. You don't want him to be the outcast at school because he doesn't have the things that he needs. And so Precious Child helps that way with, you know, the things that he needs to be, not be bullied and stuff because he's not up to par or have the things that other kids have. The first time he came, he got baseball and bat and mitten and stuff, and we play out in our yard, and just the things that, you know, he's never experienced before. He experienced through Precious Child, help him, give him things. He's never had a bicycle before. You know, he rode, you know, helmet, bicycle, everything. It's just helps him a lot, you know, just experience life and be a normal kid.
At A Precious Child, we're providing opportunities and resources to the children in need every single day. But when we talk to the parents, it's so much more than just the goods that we're providing these children. We're truly empowering these kids so that they feel normal at school and they're being given the opportunity to truly thrive.
He can be anything in the world that he wants to be, and I tell him that all the time. If he wants to be a doctor, he can be a doctor. If he wants to be a fireman, he can be a fireman. If he wants to be a cook, he can be a cook. Like they say, it doesn't take a person to raise a child, it takes a village, and Precious Child is part of that village that's raising Emmett.
Precious Child is one of the most caring organizations that I've ever worked with. From the first time they meet you, they hug you and embrace you like they've known you forever. So, you know, that's something that you can't find. Some organizations are real, you know, by textbook, just no emotion in it. And everybody that I've met is caring and understanding and just really nice.
I think the people at A Precious Child are amazing. I think they show you love and care, and I think that that's important, that when you go to places like that, like when Emmett comes in here, I mean, everybody knows him, everybody knows his name. It's not like you just go to an organization and get stuff or get help. People actually care about you, and they care about him, and they care about his progress in life and that he's okay.
My name is Henry and I'm a Precious Child.
I'm a Precious Child.